Hello once again, everybody. It is Matt with Copper Owl Coins, and we are ready for box number 7 on this journey to try to fill a set of Jefferson nickel books, the Whitman books. And I can't wait to get into it. The last couple boxes have made some nice additions to those books, and it's starting to look pretty good. So I've got a box, I've got the camera, I've got you now, and the scope's ready to go. Let's do it. All right, we have got this box open now, and it looks like we're going to have a nice mix of older and newer. I don't see any buffaloes staring at us. Nothing that suggests a proof or a silver. I got a runaway wrapper there. Yeah, that one can't wait to get undone. So maybe there's something in that one. It's in the dead middle of the box, so we'll see. But thought I'd just tell you, we're 158 out of 188 open spots in these Jefferson nickel books. So we are 84% of the way to completion. So 30 to go. Let's see if we can add to that total and reduce the number we need. Hang on. First find is coming up. Well, this didn't take long. We are in roll number 1, and I hope that this isn't a sign that we're going to have all our luck real early and then be very dry later on. I hope it stays very lucky throughout, but we're going to have a 1959, and it is a Denver. There's another one over here, 1958. Again, we want to make sure those are 5s and not 3s. It's a Denver. And I got to peeking a little bit back here. There's another 1958 Denver. So I haven't even gotten halfway through the roll, and I've already spotted 3 from the 50s, all Denvers. Check that out. First roll, 3 finds so far. There's another one here that looks a little older. Let's see what maybe we got there. Oh, 61. Close. And I don't really see anything else that would jump out at me as looking like an older from the edge, but wow, what a start. Let's see what roll number 2 has. Roll number 2 is not going to disappoint. You can see it here, 1957. So we're working backwards. I like where we're headed here, and it's a Denver. So 4 of them, all from the 50s so far, but only 2 rolls. We still got a little bit to go. All right, we're in roll number 3. Keeping up this pace, another 1958. And it's a Denver. Let's keep moving. It was a little strange. Roll number 4 didn't have anything in it, but roll number 5 does. Let's see what we've got. We've got a 1956, probably a Denver. No, 1956 Philly. All right, so our first from a year other than 57 through 59, and our first Philly. Now let's find some 40s. Come on, there's got to be some in there. And again from roll number 5, we're going to have a 1956. And this one is a Denver. So we got the 56 Philly and the Denver from the same roll. All right, let's move on to roll number 6. So roll number 6 is not going to disappoint. It is going to bring us another 1957. And it's a Denver. We're still looking for that first one outside of the 50s, but that makes 8 finds already in 6 rolls. Could be a record-breaking box in terms of quantity. Let's go for some quality too. Come on. Roll number 7 didn't have anything in it, but roll number 8's going to. And it's not from the 50s. It's just really shiny. That is a 2000 San Francisco proof. It's been out in the wild for a while. Got dinged up a little bit, but not bad finding a proof. That'll count for a few points on our tally board, but very cool. We don't find too many of those. I think that might only be the 3rd or 4th that I found here in the last year or so. So, all right, let's keep moving, see what else roll number 9 and 10 have in them. Okay, we are in roll number 9. And I think we're going to have a couple finds. Finally, we've got a 1954, older than the 56, which is the oldest we found so far. Kind of sounds funny to say, but 54D is now the oldest one that we found. And I got to looking, this one looked a little older, but this one just ahead of it is our new oldest one, and we're finally into the 40s. My goodness, it took a while. 1947, and that is going to be a filly. So we're on the board with the 40s now. A lot of 50s, got the proof. Now we've got in the 40s. Let's find something in the 30s in a buffalo, and maybe we'll call that a fill the board. Who knows? Let's keep moving. And roll number 10 is going to give us our oldest one so far. Finally, we're finding some in the 40s, which is awesome. 41. Let's see what we got. 41 filly. All right, we're starting to find some 40s now. This feels better. Let's see what the next 10 rolls have to say. The first 10 had 12 finds, so that would be more than a record-shattering pace. That would be incredible if we were to keep that pace up. So probably won't, but we're having fun doing it. That's why we do it. Number 11 is going to keep up its pace, and it's going to give us find number 12. It's going to be a 1952, and let's see, I think it's a Denver. It is a Denver. All right, we're early in the roll. Let's see if there might be something else we find. Like I said earlier in the hunt, the odds of finding a proof in a box for me has been pretty light over the last year. We've only really found 2 or 3 of them. And so in roll 12, when you find the second one in the box, you start to get really excited for what the rest of this box might have. 1986 proof, and it doesn't look half bad. It's still got a lot of that shine. It's got its dings, but it has got that nice mirrored finish. Look at that. All right, we love seeing that. Okay, so second proof of the box. It's going to be nice. Let's just keep finding what we find, man. The door's wide open. Let's find everything we can tonight. Could be a fun hunt. Hard to believe it's been a couple rolls since we found that proof, but roll number 15, we're going to find a 1947, and if you saw it before, yep, that's a filly. I think that makes the second 47 filly that we have out of 3 in the 40s. So let's get back to all these and see what else waits for us. Okay, same roll, 2 coins later. New oldest of the box, 1940. And it is a filly as well. So 2 from the 40s in roll number 15. Awesome. Let's keep rolling. Roll number 17 is going to have yet another find, number 15 of the box. And this one's pretty nasty. Now, it looks like a 57 from right there. You can tip it up a little bit and start to see a 5 and a 7 there. Let's just check it under the scope. I'm a little nervous if we will find a mint mark on this one. And yes, there we go. You can see the 5 and the 7 right there. I think you can. And then let's turn it around, see if we can get a mint mark off of this thing. I would bet that it's a Denver, but I couldn't tell you for sure if it is or not. That's just too damaged. We're going to assume it's a Denver because a lot of them from 57 were, and we're going to call that find number 15. Roll number 18. We have yet another find. And guess what? It's in the 50s. Okay. 1957. Didn't we just find a really nasty one of those? Well, here's the return favor, one that looks pretty good shape. We'll check that one against the book. 1957, and it is a Denver. So, find number 16. Boy, we're just tearing it up. 18 rolls, 16 finds. This is going to be great. Same roll and same decade. Now we have a 1959, if it'll stay in focus, 1959, and it is a Denver, of course. All right, let's get back in the 40s, maybe some 30s. Wouldn't that be fun? Roll number 19, and we just asked for some 40s. We'll ask and ye shall receive. Tied for the oldest in the box, 1940. And that is going to be, well, looks like an S. It is our first S mint mark. Very nice. Very nice. Come on, where's my focus? There we go. Maybe. There we go. All right, 1940 S. And let's see, does that mean we should look at it for anything in particular? Well, it could have an RPM or an over mint mark, so let's take a quick look at it and see if we have anything. I don't see anything right there. I'll look at it a little more later. It looks like maybe just a little something around the edges, but we'll look against a good example and find out more in a little bit. Well, the quantity of finds just isn't slowing down. We're still in roll 19, and we're going to have our 19th find. It is going to be a 55. As we know, 55 Philly is a semi-keyed 8, so do we have one? No, we don't. We have a 55D. We'll take it. That's another find in the 50s. All right, roll number 22. It's been a couple since we found anything, but we're going to find another in the 40s. Our third one from 1947. And I think the other two were Phillies, but that one's going to be a Denver. Let's just check over here. Nope, nothing to find. Just another 40 for the board. Okay, the box has slowed down just a bit. So we're in roll number 26, and we're going to have another find. It's going to be a 1954, and it is a Denver. So that's going to make find number 21 in roll number 26. We're a little bit behind the pace that we were on through the first 20 rolls, but still not too bad overall. Roll number 27, and we are going to have one in the 40s again. 1946. We haven't seen that one yet. What kind of mint mark we got? We got a 46D. Well, let's take a quick look over here and see if there's anything to worry about there. Might have an RPM or a mint mark, over mint mark. Let's just take a quick look and see on the scope and see if there's anything to see. It doesn't look like it. A little damage there towards the southwest corner of the D, but nope, nothing there. 46D in the family. Roll number 30. And we are going to have yet another find. 1953. And it is going to have a mint mark. It is a Denver. So, find number 23 in roll number 30. So far the second half of the box has been noticeably quieter, but I'm not going to get upset with 23 finds. Actually, there's 24th because we found a 2009 several rolls ago. So, yeah. Kind of odd that we're not finding anything terribly older, or a foreign in here. But, you know what? We'll just take a quantity of finds and it'll be a nice video. Well, we're getting down near the end now. Roll number 34. And we are going to have, I think that's 1957. It is. So another 57. And no mint mark this time. So 57 Philly. Interesting. All right. Well, that's what we've got. So we're going to add it to the board, and we'll be back with our next find. Roll number 36, and we're going to be back in the 40s. Thank goodness. We're in the 1941. And it has a mint mark, but that might be an S, and it is. Very cool. So we will get that put in with the rest of them. Welcome to the family, 41S. Let's take a quick look here, see if there's anything to look for. Maybe another RPM or a mint mark. We will take a quick look and see what we might have on that one. Kind of dark, able to see. I'm not seeing anything that stands out as a extra one, but we'll look at it against a better example a little bit later. Roll number 37, and another find, 1955. Might this be the semi-key date filly? Nope, that one has a mint mark, and it's a Denver. 55D, second one of the box, and the 26th find of the box. Roll number 39, and we got our next find. It's going to be another 1953, and it is a Denver. So, yep, still a steady diet of 1950s nickels. Not too bad. It's adding up. That makes number 27 of the box. All right, same roll, and we've been waiting for this all box. 1939. I'll just double check it. Yep, 1939. If it has a mint mark, we have a place in the book, and it would be a key date. Please have a mint mark. And no, that's going to be a filly. Tough luck there, but we will definitely take one from 1939, oldest in the box so far, and one from the 30s. Very happy to find this one. Roll number 43, and we will have another 1940. And let's see, it is going to be a filly, minted 1940. Very cool, and we will add it to the board and keep going. We're at, let's see, total find number 30 of the box, 29 of them being the 30s, 40s, and 50s nickels. Okay, roll number 47 in this box that has produced from beginning to end, and we are going to have 1954, kind of upside down there. Let's turn it. 1954, and it is a Denver. And we have a really rusty one. Let's just see if we can figure out what's going on with this one. That's like a 1984 in terrible shape. So anyway, thought maybe it would be a find, but it's not. So anyhow, 54 and a Denver. We'll put it on the board and we'll keep going. Well, we're going to have another one in this roll, and it's going to be another 1954. Is it another Denver? No, a little change this time, a 54S. All right, well, let's get back to one-time magnification there and check and see if 54S might have a DDR on it. I'm not exactly familiar with it, but let's take a quick look at our scope and see if we can find anything that resembles a DDR. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me. A lot of damage on the word sense. I'll have to look up a very specific reference on that one, but we will get back to the hunt with 3 rolls to go and add this one to the list. Okay, the tail end of roll number 49. I'll just make sure, yep, that is a 59, not a 39. 59 Philly. I think that might be our second one of those, maybe. I don't know. The list is pretty long, and this video is going to be a little bit long, so we'll just move on to the last roll and see if we have any parting gifts. Alright guys, quick recap of what we found. Great box, 35 total finds. Apparently I got off somewhere in the count, but let's go through these fairly quickly. And we're going to kind of do it a little bit backwards, starting with our 59s here. We had 159, 2 59Ds, 3 58Ds, 57 Philly, 4 57Ds, most of any that we found, a 56 Philly, a 56 Denver, 2 55 Denvers, 3 54 Denvers, and a 54 San Francisco, 2 53 Denvers, a 52 Denver, for a total of 22 22 50s nickels. But jumping down here, we had 2 47 Phillies and a 47 Denver, a 46 Denver, a 41 Philly, a 41 San Francisco, 2 40s, 2 1940 Phillies, and 1 1940 San Francisco. That gives us a total of 9 in the 40s, so not too bad. We'll come down here. We did have the 139 that did not have a mint mark, so from Philly. Unfortunately, no key date there. We did have the 2009 Denver. We'd like to find a 2009 Philly in a box. That will fill a spot in the book when we find it. A couple that would be wonderful to go in any book, but we just don't have the spots in these books for the proofs. The 86 San Francisco proof and the 2000 San Francisco proof. I like the 86 a little bit better. It's just got a little more clarity in the fields, where this one has been dinged up quite a bit. We'll definitely be keeping hold of those. I love finding proofs. I love finding all of these, and we'll make sure we're going to tube these up, hold on to them, record them in our book, and we will see which ones fill spots in the book. And we've got a whole bunch of them over here that we're going to check to see if they fill any spots in the book. I don't think these will. These are just 2022 Denvers. These are better looking ones that might fill spots or upgrade. Several of these will fill spots, and these are just the 64 Denvers. We're going to check those for RPMs. We'll be back to recap the book. Okay, we are going to do a quick wrap up of the updates and the additions to our Jefferson nickel books. We have an ad for the 1941S, and we have an upgrade of the 1940S. We had an ad for the, let me find it, 1947 Philly, and then we had the 1952 Denver was an ad. The 1956 Philly was an ad. Then we're going to have several in our next book. Let's move it over. We had 1978 Philly that was an upgrade. We had the 79D that was an upgrade. Could probably be upgraded again at some point in the future. The 1988 Philly was an upgrade. The 91, let's find it, 91D was an upgrade, and the 92D was an upgrade, while the 92 Philly was an ad. Hard to believe that that one was missing. And then we're going to wrap things up with one that was kind of amazing that it was still out there as an ad, but the 2018 Philly was an ad. So that's going to wrap things up. The third book is looking pretty complete. We're down to about 3 spots left on that one. Book number 2 is starting to look pretty full. Only 2 spots open on that one. And book number 1, the older ones, there's about 19 spots open on that one. So we're currently sitting at 164 spots filled out of the 188 spots, with the 6 additions and 7 upgrades that we had today. So that's going to wrap up our video. I'm sorry it was a little bit long today, but when you have 35 finds, it'll be a little bit long. By the way, I checked my records. It came up just short of a record. We were on a great pace to break that record, but I've actually had 37 finds in a box previously. So it tied for second, and what can I say? It was a fun hunt. If you enjoy this video, please consider coming back and watching more of them as we get into box 8 and beyond, hoping to fill these 24 spots that are still open, and maybe even consider subscribing. But I'd appreciate it if you'd throw a like and a comment on here. If you're new, a subscription would be great. Help us continue to grow, and we'll see you again real soon when we have another box of nickels to hunt, and time to hunt them with you. Until then, this is Matt, Copper Owl Coins, saying thank you for watching.